You know, there are some products in some categories that just really stand out and feel like they're just more, like they break their own mold a little bit, that they really give you pretty much anything that you could realistically ask for. That's how I feel about the PM8006, the integrated amplifier component in Marantz's 8000 series line. It really checks all the boxes of the usual audiophile stuff. Great power supply, great amplification, lots of inputs, purely analog, but also of course integrates well with, say, a CD player or digital option of some kind. It just does it all. But beyond doing, it just feels great to listen to. But welcome back to the Gramophone channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I have a question of the day for you. Have you owned any Marantz 2-channel equipment? And if you have, what piece was your favorite and why? Let me know down in the comments. In the audio world today, you know, there's a lot of products that are trying to do a lot of things. Value for money, packing in a lot of features, giving you options. But there's a little rule from the world of audio that some of us might remember. Separate is better. Not always completely true, but it's a pretty good logic to follow. Separate CD player, in this case the ND8006 by Marantz. This is responsible for all things digital, CDs, streaming, you name it. You'll see that we have the PM8006 integrated amplifier, and then all of this feeding our lovely Bowers & Wilkins 706 S2 speakers. All of these are going to have separate videos, in fact. But let's talk about the PM8006. While it is an integrated amplifier, it's separate in one unique way still. This contains absolutely positively no digital source componentry whatsoever. You connect to it one way and one way only. Good old-fashioned left and right channel RCA cables. But of those, you have 5 separate inputs and then also a recorder channel as well. Kind of old-fashioned, but really cool, bringing it back. And this is, in a way, an old-fashioned piece, just improved with modern manufacturing prowess. Really good power supply inside of there. That's important because, well, if you run out of power, you ain't got nothing. And the better that gets, the quieter and the more relaxed and more effortless the sound that is going to come out of that speaker ultimately is going to be. I think this piece sounds lovely, straight up. It has that classic Marantz character. Slightly dark, but not undetailed, but warm and smooth and inviting, and it doesn't wear you out. It's that piece you can just listen to and listen to and listen to for hours on end. But on top of its house character, which I think most of you are going to enjoy anyway, you can add or take away a little bit more bass. Push forward or pull back those mids a little bit, or brighten up or smooth over those treble responses. It's to your taste. This is all customizable. Who doesn't want a feature like that? And you can even do the old-fashioned balance adjustment where you throw the sound more to the left or more toward the right. How about a good old speakers A and speakers B selector switch? Run one of them, run both of them. Or how about you run both and you bi-amp a set of worthy speakers like these 706s, for example. Now we're talking. Now this is a 70-watt amp, which is plenty for most things. But with this bi-amp ability to do AB speakers and run them into one speaker, you can divide that up in a way where you just get more for your money, if you know what I mean. Where that 70 watts is going to be better utilized because now you're getting 2 separate inputs of 70 into the top end and the bottom end of your speaker. And even though it is more old school in its design, you know, 70-watt amp, Class AB, good old-fashioned big fat power supplies and all that jazz, pure analog, it still runs with the modern crowd. And Marantz thought ahead and has the perfect digital pairing for it anyway to bring it into the modern age. Taking all the digital out, keeping this as clean as possible, and putting that all up here. But these two integrate with one cable connection. The 8006, much like its cousin up here, comes in at $1,500. So for the stack, you'd be at $3,000. But at $1,500, even just for the individual amp, for something that gives you a good old-fashioned listening experience, I think it's really well positioned because I can tell you from a technical standpoint, under that hood is virtually everything you want to see and what we generally classify as a quality audio product, especially in the world of amps. There is a little bit cheaper than Marantz 7000 series, which even has some built-in network streaming, but it doesn't quite have the chops of the excellent power supply, the fat classic transistors for that classical amp build. And then you also have things like the Marantz Model 30, which is technically a step up. But in that, real quick, you'll see that that is a modern amp design. Literally, and how it works is different. If you want something classic that checks all the boxes of that good design to go with it, you're gonna arrive right here. So if that sounds like you, want great functionality in terms of a purely analog piece, all the classical ways of building a great amp, but in a package that fits this day and age, then head on over to Sky by Gramophone, where you can pick one of these up. You'll get fast and secure checkout and fast shipping straight to your door. And of course, please come visit us. We're in Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, and we have a whole host of Marantz products on display. We'd love to demo them for you, because if it's within your means, come and hear them. Know what you're getting. And while you're out, don't forget about the Kitchen Design Center in Hunt Valley. They do incredible home improvement and even complete design projects for anyone looking to expand upon their home. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you had a good time. Don't forget the question of the day down below, and also be sure to mention what you'd like to see us review in the future as well. Be seeing you guys.